Check the mic and make sure it sound right, boys.
All right, we got Logan Demaris on the come up. I got to do the deep voice because it's Logan Demaris.
The deep voice.
The deep voice.
Voice.
Deep voice Logan, bro. Does anyone ever call you that?
No.
No. Probably a good thing.
But most of the time, when people do meet me, they're like shocked by my voice.
Surprised?
Yeah.
It is a little
Unexpected.
Unexpected, yeah.
Yeah, the baby face and the deep
and
voice.
The deep voice. You gotta have a big beard.
I cannot grow a beard.
No, I can't either.
No.
So one day when you can be like a fucking lumberjack. Some like what's his name? Taken. Liam Neeson's type shit.
Yeah.
I feel like he could be a lumberjack. Did you see the Wolf movie? With
Wolf?
him, Into the Gray or something like that.
Oh yeah, I have.
Yeah.
Yeah. Where
he's just
like,
a badass
with, like,
in the
7
woods.
wolves.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they
gotta kill him.
well, they kill. Yeah. They're in a plane crash.
Yeah.
And
And
then
the bear too. Wasn't there a bear in there?
I don't know.
Huh.
I just remember the wolves. I just watched it like a month or so ago.
Oh.
It's fucking badass.
Yeah, it's
It's
badass.
a crazy movie. They gotta like, I don't know.
It came out a while ago, didn't it?
I think so. I don't know when it came out. I remember hearing about it a long time ago. And I might have saw it on TV, and then I don't know if it was on Netflix or something recently.
I don't know.
But I was like, oh, I think that's the movie. Whatever. Started watching it, and it fucking was. And I was like, yep.
Yeah.
He's a fucking bat. They're killing wolves with like their bare hands.
Yeah, like stakes and shit. Yeah. Yeah.
Yes. All right. So Logan is another Minnesota boy
Yeah.
out here in LA. We're back in LA. It's been a month
Yeah.
for, I guess not for you, for I'm referring to anybody who's watching. It's been a month since the last one I recorded, and they were all in Minnesota. So now we're back in LA, and Logan Demaris is with us here.
Mm-hmm.
So, man, you came out here for acting as well. I would guess a lot of it is similar to kind of how it happened for me, but also, again, we've never like actually dived into it and spoken about it. So, yeah, man, tell me how you kind of got into acting, how you got involved maybe with Privilege back in Minneapolis, and then how that kind of transitioned to you thinking you want to live out here, move out here, and then kind of the whole jump of that.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't really come out here for acting. It was like kind of something in the back of my mind. Mm-hmm. I kind of started with Privilege. It's like the model agency up there. Went on the little industry network like you did on your trip.
Mm-hmm. And did you do the second one too? Did you do the most recent one?
No, I just moved out.
Yeah.
Kind of just on a limb. Didn't want to go to college.
Yeah.
So I was just like, all right, LA, that's the move.
Yeah.
And I came out here for like modeling more. I thought that would be like why I came out here.
Okay.
And then I guess I found more acting stuff readily available. So I was like leaning more towards that. And then I got into like this like short film. Still wasn't like all the way on board with acting. And then the director of the film came up to me. He's like, hey, you need lessons, you need teaching. Like, I'm a coach, so come over.
And he was the director of that?
Yeah. Steven Lowe.
Okay.
Yeah, he's pretty dope. But I got some classes from him, and then I was like, wow, this is what I want. That's what I. So then, I guess I did come out here to find what I want, and acting is what I want.
So you didn't come out. You weren't thinking acting right away when you got here.
No, I was thinking more like
just modeling.
Yeah, just modeling.
Because didn't you do acting at the competition?
Yeah, I did, but I thought that would just be like.
You just kind of did it.
Yeah.
I see. Feel it, man.
Yeah.
I feel like that is pretty similar actually to kind of how I started with intent to. I never wanted to be exactly a model.
No.
But I kind of found acting through just doing some modeling with Privilege as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, so to me, I totally get how that kind of happens. You just try it. I'm sure, because you didn't grow up doing it.
No, I was like modeling for not even a year, and then I moved out.
No, I'm saying you didn't grow up acting or anything, right?
Oh, nothing. No.
I guess either.
Yeah, either.
Neither. You were playing sports?
Yep, played football, baseball, tried soccer, sucked at all of them. But yeah.
How long did you play?
I played baseball like my whole life, all the way to varsity. Football up to like middle school. Yeah. But yeah, just tried like everything.
Just tried everything.
Yeah. It's more a social thing for me.
I feel that. Just kind of like to have fun.
Yeah.
I did that with track. I didn't play baseball my senior year and did track instead. Yeah. Did pretty good. I was on the relay team, but it was more like, I don't know. At my high school, baseball, we'd always see track run around. It always just looked fun. I don't know. It's like they were just kind of hanging out more than anything. But where'd you go to high school again?
Tartan High School.
And that's in St. Paul, right?
It's in Oakdale. It's like in the middle of St. Paul and like Woodbury.
Okay. Yeah. See, I don't know St. Paul very well at all.
You know where Stillwater is?
Sort of.
It's kind of like in
the
middle
general
of
area.
St. Paul and Stillwater.
Okay. Because Stillwater's right on the border, right, to go to Wisconsin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hudson. Yep.
Hudson's always said across the river, right? Hudson.
Yeah.
Okay. Sick, dude. That's a big high school, right?
I think in total, like all the students there was like 2,000 or something.
2,000? That's about the same as mine. Yeah. You had like 400 a class.
Yeah.
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 That's not too bad.
I didn't graduate with too many.
No.
I feel like maybe 200, 300.
200, 300. Yeah. Did a lot of kids drop out in your class?
Yeah, I think so. I don't really know where they all went, really. Yeah.
It is funny when you think back because you're only a year out.
Yeah.
2 years out. So you'll probably even realize it more over the next year or so. Just like, wait, where the fuck did that person go?
Yeah, like even now it's like some people are getting engaged.
Oh, yeah.
Pregnant.
Bro, it's just starting for you.
Like what?
So, I mean, a bunch of my friends or people I went to high school with or even college with, all of that.
Yeah.
All over social media, all over Instagrams. It's engagements here, babies here. And
yeah. It's crazy.
I mean, it's all good. It is crazy. It's like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
It is crazy once you kind of, because you're 19?
Yeah.
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 Starts happening. Did you have, I mean, I guess there was girls who had babies in high school, even younger than me, which that was crazy.
Yeah, my buddy, he had a baby.
Really?
Yeah, in like senior year.
Senior year of high school?
Yeah.
I had a friend actually have the same thing.
Yeah.
Happened to him. Not happened to him. It sounded like I made it sound bad.
He got the baby.
I'm sure he was okay with it. Yeah, I think he's doing fine now. So
yeah,
I don't know. It happens, man. It definitely happens. It's
life.
It is life, and I don't know. It wasn't what I guess wanted for myself, and I'm glad I kind of made it out without that happening. But
yeah,
I'm sure you are as well. You wouldn't be here.
No,
I wouldn't be here either.
No.
Yeah. So you've been out here. When'd you come out last? August.
I moved out here last September, or 2019. September 2019.
Yeah.
And then, yeah.
And then you've did what? Because you got into that short film pretty soon, right?
I think it was a little before COVID. So like, I auditioned probably around like February, March. Probably like February.
And then right before
like
COVID hit.
Right before. And like I didn't really know I got it. Going into the audition, like I feel like you do know you have it when you
feel good about it, you're saying?
Yeah. You feel good. So like I called my mom right before. I was like, "Hey Ma, like I'm gonna get this audition. I feel good about it.
Mm-hmm.
I know the lines. Like I'll let you know how it goes."
Mm-hmm.
Go in there. Had the audition, it went good. Came out, I was like, "Ma, I got it." They didn't tell me, but I got it.
You know.
Yeah, you know. And so I didn't really know from them until like when COVID was happening. Yeah. And just out of the blue, everything shut down. And I wasn't getting no emails, like nothing. And then he reached out to me. He was like, "Hey, you got the part. We're shooting in during COVID."
Mm-hmm.
All the guidelines, we had guidelines and stuff, but yeah, pretty. I would say I got into it pretty quick.
Yeah.
Like,
what do you mean exactly? I guess.
Like getting into the short film pretty quick. I got into it pretty quick.
Saying like the audition process, or like I'm serious saying since you moved here, you got it pretty quick.
Yeah.
It'd only been a couple months, right?
Yeah.
And how was that film?
It was fun. It was very eye-opening. It was just it kind of opened my eyes to like what set life is actually like.
Mm-hmm.
Before I was like background, did some like commercials or whatever, like
Mm-hmm.
little gigs.
Mm-hmm.
But like when you're actually getting mic'd up and like cameras and lights are on you,
Mm-hmm.
they say cut, they yell at you,
Mm-hmm.
they say keep going, they yell at you more, and they say good, but they're still yelling at you. Like
It sounds like they yelled at you a lot, bro.
well, they yell, but it's because I feel like we were on such a time crunch.
Oh, was it really condensed?
Yeah, it was super condensed. Like I think they started filming. I think they shot a whole movie in like 20 some days.
Like a full-length movie?
Yeah.
Feature film?
Yeah, or like
Fuck.
yeah, it was pretty. It went back really fast.
Damn.
Yeah.
Did you have a main part in that?
No, just a little role.
Okay.
I was some kid that got beat up in.
Was this the one that we talked about at one of the bonfires?
Maybe.
I feel like it might have been right when I came back, actually. Like, now that you're talking about it, it's kind of jogging my memory. I remember you saying you thought you had a role, but then COVID was fucking everything up.
Yeah. Yeah.
And this was that one?
It might have been actually.
Yeah.
I also had I got 2 from my agent. It was one where I was supposed to like sit there acting like I was super like just off any drug, just
Fucked up?
frozen in time, and everybody around me was moving. So I booked that.
It's like a psychedelic scene or something?
Or like, it was kind of like a PSA where it's like, drugs are bad.
Oh.
So like, I'm off drugs. I'm like all high, but frozen in time.
I feel that.
And everybody around me is kind of moving.
I see. Like progressing with their life.
Yeah.
I see.
But they stopped that because of COVID.
Never came back with it?
Never came back with it. But yeah, I thought they were definitely just going to stop with this short film. But progressed.
Yeah, man. COVID's been a fucking menace.
It's been COVID, yeah.
It's been a menace, especially for us. Like, that's what I feel like. I guess I'm sure you think about this too, but we definitely got to remember we came here. Literally, I mean, you're more recent than me. 6 months, 8 months before COVID happened. We're brand new to the whole industry, trying to figure it out, trying to get into classes. I know you're saying you were in classes or had been for a little bit.
Yeah.
Are you still doing those?
Yeah, I'm still going every Thursday. Sometimes it's like online.
Yeah.
Zoom.
Yeah, that's dope. The studio I was going to closed down for a while. I think they're doing online as well, which I'm sure I've said multiple times already. I haven't done those yet. I was holding off on them because I would like to find one now. I'm sure there's somewhere around the city that are doing in-person ones. But I really like the studio, so I was kind of just holding out, and then I don't know. But what I was getting to is that COVID just fucked everything up as we were just kind of learning, just feeling like we were probably starting. I'm sure you felt like you were just kind of getting better. You were just getting those opportunities.
Yeah.
Like, I know I had an audition that I felt really hopeful for. That would have actually been pretty, I don't know how long term, but at the moment, life-changing. That I felt good about that. Yeah, I just totally got fucked.
Yeah.
So I never heard anything back about it, if they're even recasting it or what the fuck's going on.
What was it for?
Bro, it's about to be a motherfucking Power Ranger.
Really? Wait. It was an actual Power Ranger?
Yeah. If I would have got it.
Did you have to do like flips and stuff?
I had to do it. Like they said, they just said do like a, I don't know, an athletic video, just showing your athletic capabilities. Yeah. So I did put together a video like that.
It was like right before COVID?
It was the audition was due right about, my birthday's the 23rd. It was like the 26th. Yeah. So it was literally right as about the first shutdown happened. Because the first shutdown happened in the middle of March. I think the audition was due in like I was going to do a legit audition, actually, now that I'm remembering. It was going to be in person. Then it got canceled, rescheduled to be a video audition. Like an extended week. And then I did that, and then I just never heard anything about it. And when I asked about it, they just said that was at the beginning of COVID, so no one knew what the fuck was going on.
Yeah. In the script, was it like some girl got pushed down and you had to help her up or something?
I think so.
I think I got that one.
Did you get that one?
Yeah, you know. Yeah, Stefan.
What's that?
Stefan
Stefan what?
The photographer.
Oh, I had him on the show.
Yeah, he recorded mine.
Did he really?
Yeah.
Back in Minnesota?
Yeah, for the self tape.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was funny.
That's fucking sick.
Yeah.
Bro, we could have been on that together.
That would have been sick, bro.
Yeah, and you would have moved to New Zealand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For like a year or something.
Yeah, it said like minimum, it was 8 months or something like that. I don't know.
Sick.
Maybe we shouldn't be talking about it. I don't know if that's gonna fuck shit up or not, but
well, I don't think it was Power Rangers. I thought it was like
the one I was doing was Power Rangers.
I just winked. I thought it wasn't.
No, it wasn't Power Rangers.
No, it wasn't Power Rangers.
No, it
at
was
all.
Texas Rangers.
Yeah, Texas Rangers.
It was the New Zealand Rangers.
Yeah.
Fuck, I'm a fucking idiot. I was like, I totally saw you wink and just stone faced it. Like,
I know.
I have no clue what that was for.
You're like, why is he winking at me? I saw this. I was like, the pause. You're like, what's he doing?
Oh my god. Oh, I'm a fucking idiot.
No, just
definitely not the Power Rangers. Texas Rangers in New Zealand. That's what it was.
Yep. Mm-hmm. What Power Ranger would you be if you could be one?
I don't know. That's the thing. Honestly, I wasn't a big Power Ranger fan.
Me neither.
So when I first got it, I was just like, I don't know if I even want to do this. And then I thought about it, and I was like, fuck yeah, I want to do this. This would be sick.
Yeah.
I looked it up. Like, I looked up a bunch of the seasons, and I didn't realize there was 30. It's like there's 30 seasons.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, like our parents watched it.
Yeah, it's an old show.
Yeah.
And I think they, at least again, I wasn't a fan of the show or didn't watch it growing up, so I don't know if this is the case. But the research I did on it, my understanding was it seemed like every 2 seasons kind of tied together, and then it would change, like style or something. I don't know.
Oh, really?
That's just what I remember seeing, and then I remember reading, because it was like this season that apparently we both did not audition for, was like the last of a contract, so it was kind of up in the air or something. I don't know, man. But regardless, yeah, if either one of us would have got that, just imagine we wouldn't be here right now.
That would be life changing.
Yeah, I don't know. That's the crazy thing with acting, is like literally that can just happen to you one day.
Yeah.
All of a sudden you get that part, you go to wherever in the world.
Yeah.
And you're just like, okay,
yeah,
I guess we're fucking going. I mean, I would go. I'm sure you would go for sure as well.
Hands down.
I can't imagine. I would love to go there, live there.
I think it was like all expenses paid, everything.
Yeah, I don't even fucking remember. But I had just finished like my first class to get into the studio I was at. You had to do like an intro class, and mine was, I think, 9 weeks. And one of the students in there was from New Zealand. So that was cool. I don't know. I don't remember if I think he had already left by the time I got that audition. So I guess I didn't get to talk to him about it, but I don't know. I was just thinking how crazy would it be if just met this fucking dude, whatever. We had class together for like 6 weeks. He's going back to New Zealand, and then I'm fucking moving to New Zealand. That would have been sick.
That would have been sick.
Would have been nuts, man.
Then you would have like a foot in for the culture and everything.
Yeah, super cool dude too.
Yeah.
I think he played like minor league or like pro basketball over there or some shit. Yeah. So I don't know. He's a super cool guy. Definitely dedicated to acting now. I think he's obviously basketball's in his past, but yeah, he was a cool dude. I fucking am forgetting his name, which is why I'm maybe looking blanked right now. I'm trying to think what the fuck was his name. It'll come to me sometime, but no, Australia. I had another friend who went to Australia for study abroad, and I know he absolutely loved it. And I always hear like New Zealand is like a prettier Australia.
Yeah, more nature.
Yeah.
Greener.
More greenery.
Yeah.
More jungly.
Yeah.
I might be completely fucking wrong, but that's what I hear.
Yeah, that's what I heard too.
Yeah, man. So what is your opinion on, I guess, on acting so far with classes, and are you enjoying it? Is it surprising you, like the difficulty, or is it surprising you how much you're liking it or disliking it, or what are your thoughts on your experience with it so far?
I think class is probably one of the best things I've done for my career. I feel like going there each time as an actor, you kind of feel doubtful about yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Am I doing this right? Why am I keep getting rejected? But I feel like going to class, you get comfort in like knowing that you're always trying to push yourself and grow and build your career and your business. So I guess I keep that in the back of my mind, and it does help, like, the mental part. And especially with that class, it's like more personalized. So like you go up there, you can do whatever you want. There's no real guidelines.
Mm-hmm.
You just go up there, do the best you can, feel the script, and he'll make you feel it. Like he'll actually correct you on it.
Mm-hmm.
He likes challenges. Whatever you can do to like blow him away, that's what he wants. So every time I try to go with some stuff, but sometimes like I show up and don't have anything prepared. So that's kind of hard when you don't have anything.
And he'll give you something?
No, like you usually have to come with your own stuff.
So I guess what happens then when you go and you don't have anything prepared?
I guess it's just kind of hard to like know what to better yourself with. But it's like,
so is it up to you what you want to work on, and then he'll just work on that with you, whatever, but he doesn't decide for you, you decide?
yeah.
Okay.
So it's very personal. So like it's at your own
Pace, you could say?
yeah, your own pace.
Okay. That's interesting.
Yeah.
And you like it like that?
I do like it like that because I like to think I'm fast paced with most things.
Yeah.
But I know with this I kind of have to go slower and take my time and kind of mold it how I want it and not just let it take its course.
100%, dude. I think that's good. I guess that you're in the mindset like that, because that's really what I've come to realize as well. Is like, okay, this is tough.
Yeah.
There's a lot of fucking people trying to do it.
Yeah.
I think it's doable, but yeah, it's not going to happen overnight.
No.
So just come at it with that mindset of like, this is probably going to take years.
Yeah.
And then it makes you feel better, because I think when I first got here, I don't know if you felt like this, but put so much pressure on myself to like immediately. It's not that I came here thinking, oh, I'm going to like make it immediately or have some big career moment. You know, I think it's potentially possible, but like basically 1 in a million. So I wasn't expecting that, but just like moving here, especially from the Midwest, from Minnesota, is a big fucking change.
Yeah.
It's literally almost a different world. It's still America, but like LA is very different. So I was putting pressure on myself to immediately kind of like almost prove to myself that I was at least getting better or like working towards something.
Yeah.
Without really recognizing, because I had lived other places before, but they wasn't permanent, you know.
Yeah.
So it was like I knew it was temporary. So this was just different. Like, I don't know, the whole thing, the whole transition, the whole move. I think like I could have just probably taken a little bit of pressure off myself to realize, okay, just get settled here, understand where you are, learn the fucking area, like just feel comfortable living in a completely different place, and then, you know, worry about, but like then I guess care as much as I was caring from the beginning about actually improving.
Yeah.
Because like it is going to take a while. Like, don't be lazy, but you do have time, I guess. It's kind of maybe what I would have told my past self. Like, if you're going to move here, just get adjusted first. Focus on that. Like, get set. Make sure your living situation's good. Make sure, like...
Yeah, I feel like I was definitely stressed, like you said, about seeing progress right away.
Yeah.
That's what I wanted to see, because, like, for me at least, I came out, like, in the back of my mind, I came out here for me, just to get away, find my own life, find who I am, not worry about what's back home, what to care about. But, like, coming out here, like, on the forefront, that's what I did come out here for. Who's back home? I want them to see me on TV. I want them to see me make all this progress. But I feel like that's what I'm learning going into class. It's gonna be better if they see a crafted, molded like career instead of just like a splat on the screen.
Oh yeah, you're saying it's kind of like a one hit wonder almost.
Yeah,
like, for sure.
100%. So I did have to take a step back, and like progress is not going to be there every day. in my mind it will be, but on paper it might not be. Maybe 2 steps back to take 3 steps forward type thing.
Yeah, it's just gonna take time, especially right now. Like, that's what I mean. We're both so new to this industry. Like, dealing with COVID, I don't really know what the fuck that means. I know it's not good.
Yeah, right.
Like, I know it's not good. I hear a lot of people saying like, "Oh, nothing's getting produced till next year," and then it's like I was just telling you off the thing. You know, I see production happening downtown. Obviously, you know, I can tell it's major production because there's a lot of money into it. I can tell there's a bunch of fucking equipment, a bunch of, you know, staff behind the scenes, and like, so you can just tell the size of the production, you know, because I've done some background as well, and like you have as well. You know what they look like.
Yeah.
But
it's disgusting.
Did you say disgusting?
Yeah, sometimes. Sometimes it's just gross.
What do you mean? What about
just
it?
like how many people it is. Like,
oh yeah.
Before COVID, like pre-COVID, just background was just
100 people in one room.
Yeah.
I see what you're saying.
Sweaty, just everybody looking at each other like,
all day.
Or do we feel the same thing?
Bro, the one we did together, think about that bar.
Yeah, that was gross.
There was like probably 150 people.
Yeah.
Just going. It's probably very little ventilation. It's all underground because it was like that speakeasy bar.
Yeah.
Hold into the bar. Yeah, that's the thing. COVID has like changed how I think of, I guess, situations like that. Now I'm like thinking about air.
Yeah.
Like, oh, we're all breathing the same air.
Yeah, for real.
Like, before I went to, I mean, you would have thought about it, but it'd been like, whatever.
Yeah, like.
Never thought a fucking virus would do what it's doing right now.
Yeah. You go to pick up some food or something, and like there's like 5 people in there. You're extra worried.
Yeah. Or even like, oh, is this guy's dirty fucking hands all over this bag?
Yeah.
Or girl?
Yeah.
Like, shit.
Yeah.
I don't want to order food anymore.
For real. They're touching your food and breathing on your food now.
I think COVID, I think we'll see after all this. We won't know what's completely changed probably until, what you think, a couple of years from now even. Like, then you'll notice like, oh, that never went back to what it was like before.
Yeah. It's with everything though.
Yeah. And that's another thing too about being out here, which kind of, I would say, sucks. Fucking COVID, man. We barely got to like experience LA for what it is.
Yeah. It was, yeah.
Even you less than me. Like, I mean, I was here, I don't know, maybe 6 months before you. Probably not even that long. Working a lot. Most of my free time was working or in class. So I didn't, go out a whole ton or anything, but still, like, it's just not the same. I know it's not the same, and you talk to other people who've been here longer, who say it's not the same. Like,
no.
Everyone, you can see fucking celebrities moving out of the city left and right, and it's like, well, shit, what a timing.
For real. even I did see a little bit of it too.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, I see a huge difference. Like, the traffic. That's what I see it.
That was like the one benefit.
Like,
that's
the
traffic
one
just
benefit.
died.
Yeah. Now you can cruise anywhere.
Mm-hmm. I think it's gotten worse again now compared to even just say the summer.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I haven't been in traffic like I was the first couple months here.
Yeah.
Since COVID happened.
No, going to the airport, it's like used to take like 2 hours. Now it's like 30 minutes at that, 40 minutes.
There was a time I was at the airport before going to work. In the first couple months I was here, and I think it took me 3 hours
to go to the airport.
To get from the airport to Sherman Oaks, just to get back. Not even the whole trip. It was like 2.5, 3 hours. I was like in the fucking canyon somewhere. I was in like the hills because I kept rerouting my GPS to try to find a faster route.
I had 2 minutes. Subtract 2 minutes.
Yeah, right. And it brought me on this road that I didn't even think was a road. I thought it was like a fucking sidewalk. I saw no other cars for a little bit, and it was like barely wide enough for one car. And I was like, dude, I think I'm driving on a hiking trail right now. And I've seen people walking. Eventually, it did get to like houses were on the street, so it was a street then, and there were some cars parked, but it was so tight and so windy. And then I was in bumper to bumper traffic in that canyon for like an hour.
Yeah.
And I was like, I don't know, a few miles from work, and it was just like so frustrating. But yeah, so that's the one thing that COVID's done positive, I think, out here, is eliminating some traffic problems.
Yeah.
But fucking COVID. So what does your family think of you doing coming out here and the whole process of that instead of going to school?
At first, I mean, they were they've always been like super supportive. Like whatever I do, they're there.
Yeah.
But I think the idea of me going to college, I had like my graduation party. I told everybody I'm going to college at this college to do this, and that's my plan. And then like literally a month or 2 months later, I just moved out here. So nobody really knew like,
you just switched it up on him.
Yeah. So this is what he wants to do. Okay.
Yeah.
I know my dad, he was like, if you're just gonna work out there, you come back here and work because it's cheaper to live. You come back here and work because that's smart. And I did see that, but like, I guess he didn't really see work as like the way I want to work.
Yeah.
So it was kind of like, I kind of had to prove to him and like tell him like, no, this is like a different type of work. You have your thing, I have my thing. My sister has her thing, my mom has her thing. It's work. We all work differently. And he's kind of, he realized that, but I feel like at first he was like money motivated. That's what, you got to pay your bills, all that. Of course you got to pay your bills, but eventually it'll get there.
Yeah. If you can pay your bills your way, like, you know, as long as you can get through to the wherever point you're trying to be in the future, like, you know,
yeah,
you're going to be okay.
Yeah.
What does he do for work?
He's a manager for a computer company. So he manages like the warehouse.
I can see he's probably, did he want you to get into computers then?
Nah, he just didn't really care like what I did. It was just more like school is very important for a degree, and a degree is important for a good career.
Yeah. Have you ever, you should read Rich Dad, Poor Dad.
Rich Dad, Poor Dad.
Yeah.
I feel like you told me that.
Have I?
Yeah.
I can give it to you. I have it around here somewhere, but it sounds kind of like his situation a little bit.
Yeah.
I mean, if you haven't read it or heard about it, it's basically just comparing the authors. Was it like Robert? Anyone who's he's like a big finance guy. Personal finance, money manager guy. Robert. I'm not even going to try to say his last name because I forget. But it's basically comparing his own dad, who was a big, like, get a degree, go to school, and go to college type guy. And then in the book, he walks you through his friend's dad, who was an entrepreneur, and his teachings. Because he would be with his best friend all the time, and his dad would then kind of give them also lessons, and they kind of rivaled each other.
Yeah.
And then him kind of figuring out who to listen to. And then basically he'll, I think, like, write about his own experience with it, because he became an entrepreneur and sided with his rich dad, which was his best friend's dad, you know. But I don't know. Maybe you could be interested or not. I don't know if it would.
Yeah. Wait, is he like the Shark Tank guy?
No, you thinking like Mark Cuban?
Yeah, that's who I was thinking.
Yeah, no, this dude is. I'm gonna look him up. Let's get this shit right.
Yeah, I think you told me about that before. And Rich Dad, Poor Dad?
Yeah, he's got
sounds good.
A bunch of books. That's like kind of one of the first ones into.
It's an audiobook.
Kiyosaki, I believe. Maybe I'm pronouncing that incorrectly, but Rich Dad Poor Dad, yeah, 1997 by Robert Kiyosaki. Yeah, he's a cool dude. He's got a bunch of videos all over social media too, just talking about basically the book. So you even could probably just look that up and pull a lot from it. But I don't know. That's just the first thing I thought of when you were kind of describing your dad. Not trying to say anything negative about your dad. And he's not saying negative about his own dad in there. He's just really just kind of giving. It is a personal finance book, but he's also then just giving his own experience of like, deciding who he's going to listen to basically, and then giving like real life examples that his rich dad taught him. That kind of proved he was right, or that made him think that he was right, or that's how he wanted to kind of pursue his own life.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, man, what'd your mom think?
About me moving out here?
Yeah, was she on board?
Yeah, she was kind of more excited that I'm going to be coming out here. So she came out to help me move out.
Mm-hmm.
And she's like, oh, this is exciting. I can come out here whenever too. Like, but
the warm weather, get out of fucking Minnesota winter.
Yeah, really. But she hasn't been out here since. So
so psych, she just wanted to go to the house.
Yeah, she just wanted to see where I'm settle me in, and then
she's like, "Oh, you good? All right, peace."
Yeah, all right. Now you're good. But no, yeah, she's super supportive.
Yeah.
She I think she's probably my biggest fan.
Your mom?
Yeah.
Bro, that's awesome.
Her and my sister. I feel like my whole family's probably like my biggest fan.
Yeah.
Yeah, super supportive.
That's good to have.
Yeah.
Are you older or younger than your sister?
I'm younger.
You're younger?
Yeah.
How much older is she?
She's 22.
22.
Yeah. Yeah.
Couldn't remember.
She's 22. But
I guess I'd have to think. My sister's 21.
Yeah. I got 2 older brothers too, so I'm the baby.
Fuck.
Yeah.
I didn't know you had 3 siblings.
Yeah.
Damn. Any of them come out here? Want to visit?
No, I think one was in Arizona, I think last year, and then COVID happened, so he moved back with his girlfriend. And then the other, my oldest brother, he's in the Army. And then my sister, she's just living in Minnesota.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Talk to them about coming out here, or just kind of...
No, they just all do their thing.
They're all doing their own thing?
Yeah.
Out of the house and everything? I guess
Yeah.
they are older, huh?
Yeah.
Any of them married?
Nope, none of them married.
No?
Oh, nope.
Is there...
Nope.
Is there some secret news?
There might be some secret news. No, yeah, I think they are about to get married.
My brother, just got engaged too.
Yeah. My brother, he just proposed to his girlfriend.
Oh, recently?
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
What's his name?
Sam and Tiara.
Sam. Congrats, Sam and Tiara.
Yes, congratulations, guys.
Sam and Tiara Demaris.
No, Wagner. They got a different last name.
Oh.
Yeah.
I see. Wagner.
So
I'm pronouncing that right? Demaris?
Demaris?
Yeah, okay.
I really don't care how people pronounce it.
What is Demarius is wrong, Demaris is right?
Yeah, like Demaris.
Demaris.
Yeah.
You gotta say it like this. Does your dad have a fucking voice like this? Is it down here?
No.
Is it running the family?
No.
No?
No, he's like my dad, like the one I consider my dad is my stepdad. So like that's why they have different last names.
I see. And his last name's Wagner?
Yeah.
Nice. You didn't take the name though?
No.
No?
No.
Just didn't want to?
I think I'm the last one. The last Demaris.
The last
That
Demaris.
sounds dope to me. So I was
That's
like,
kind of dope.
I'm gonna keep it.
Or that could be a movie. The Last Demaris.
A little biography.
It's kind of like Lord of the Rings. What is it? The Lord of the Rings, The Two Kings, and The Return of the King. Lord of the Rings, The Last Demaris.
Last Demaris. The Smog one, where instead of it being Smog, the dragon, it's just me. Deep voice, just.
Is that where he comes out of the water?
No, I think that's a dragon, right? The gold dragon.
I don't know. Are you talking about like in The Hobbit?
I don't know. I don't really watch that. But
I haven't seen The Hobbit. I was gonna say I haven't seen those. I just watched 2 of the Lord of the Rings.
Okay. Yeah, I think there's like a dragon. I remember.
I think that's in The Hobbit.
Yeah, it might be.
I think it's in one of the first Hobbits, which I think were made after Lord of the Rings. But again, I maybe have seen that one. I think because I think he's a big gold dragon.
Yeah, or something like that. Yeah. Instead of that, just my head floating.
Bro, that could be like a Wall Street Bets edit. The Last Demaris.
That'd be funny.
Then it'd be like you.
Yeah.
Blowing fire.
Some corn
Fuck.
spitting out.
Yeah, man. Oh, that'd be hilarious. Have you been following any of that Wall Street Bets?
No.
You haven't been following that?
Mm-mm.
It's so fucking funny.
What is it?
It's wow. You haven't seen any of it or nothing?
I feel like I'm familiar with a lot of
familiar?
stuff, but like
I'm just
until I see it, I'm like, oh, that's what it is.
I'm like excited to explain it. That's what I was
Okay,
like,
what
wow,
is
this is dope.
What is it?
Because it's so fucking funny. Do you know what Reddit is? Or do you
Yeah.
use Reddit? So it's basically just been this stock trading finance page on Reddit that has just been growing over the last years. I think like 5. I don't know. I think Reddit's like came around like 2012 or something. So I don't know when exactly it was created, but it's been around for a while, and like they don't give a fuck. But there's no strategy, whatever. It's kind of what it's turned into, at least. It's like they almost like boast losing as much money as you can, it seems like, and they post their big losses, and they're basically just betting. And obviously since COVID happened, like the casino shut down, so I don't know, that just got like heightened, I think.
Oh really?
And like the group literally it's like tripled in size. I think it's over 3 million people now.
Jeez.
On just this one subreddit page. But so there's 3 million people in there, and they all decided to, at one point, I think one guy, when I was reading about it, noticed that this one hedge fund, which has like billions of dollars, took a massive short position against GameStop. Do you know what a shorting is? Trading at all?
Yeah.
Like you're basically borrowing.
Yeah.
So yeah, this hedge fund borrowed a bunch of shares, sold them trying to short fucking GameStop.
That was the big like upset a while ago.
Yeah.
Like, oh yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
just last week. And then so all these people on Reddit in the Wall Street Bets decided to just pour their money into GameStop to fuck over this hedge fund. So it became like, and then they actually made them lose like billions of dollars because they got the stock up from like under $10 to almost $400.
Jeez.
So some people made a fuck ton of money.
Yeah.
And some people I'm sure lost a fuck ton of money. But yeah, then obviously it was all over the news, and the hedge funds just were pissed, and Wall Street was pissed. And then Robinhood restricted trading one day, like, so no one could buy it. So obviously the price would go down.
Mm-hmm.
You could only sell it, and there's all this other reasoning of why they say they did it, but it seems a little sketchy. And you know, and it's probably, they're probably being honest of why it was. But it's like if the system works like that, then that's kind of, it seems like, in my opinion, something's wrong.
Yeah.
Because it's just people buying stocks.
Yeah.
That's what the stock market is.
But I heard it was like money from the government somehow.
I'm sure there's a bunch of conspiracies going around. I think maybe what you heard is, I think Robinhood, I'm no fucking expert. This is the warning. I'm no expert. Don't listen to me. But I think Robinhood gets a bunch of money from this specific hedge fund. Somehow they have a deal worked out like that, just in general years or whatever.
Okay.
So there's people making the connection of like, oh, of course Robinhood's going to restrict trading because they get all this money just last year from this hedge fund.
Yeah.
Or like another hedge fund that helped out this hedge fund that lost all the fucking money. So they were just making these ties. And it just seems sketchy, and it seems schemy. But they weren't the only one either who restricted trading. Like other ones did, but Robinhood's just taking the fat blunt.
Because it's a big name.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's the one I think like everyone on Wall Street Bets was using, and that's, I use Robinhood as well. So like, but it's fucking hilarious the meme videos that they make, because it'll always be like, you know, like Avengers, was it Endgame?
Yeah.
At the end scene when all the fucking superheroes come in, and it's like against
Thanos.
Yeah. Oh my god, that's just the one I could think of right now. So they got all these edits of like, what's it, Dave Portnoy or whatever, Barstool president.
Oh yeah.
The fucking president, and then Elon Musk has like been a supporter on social media, and they just edit their faces all over all these characters coming in, and then like Robin Hood and like the hedge fund guys are the other side. Anyone who doesn't know what we're talking about, it's like, what the fuck are they talking about right now? But this is national news. Come on now.
Yeah, get with it.
You had to have at least heard about it. It was all over at least my Twitter. I don't know. I just thought it's fucking hilarious.
That Barstool president guy, so funny.
He's pretty funny.
So funny.
So I don't follow him. Like I see him posting a lot of shit. I don't watch all of them, but some of the things I've seen him, he's fucking hilarious.
It's just, he was, I seen him in his one video. He was in this, like restaurant picking up pizza, and this kid's like, "You're famous." He's like, "Kinda." And then they look him up. They're like, "Oh, can we get a picture now? Like, you're really famous." He's like, "No." And he's like, "I follow you on Instagram. Follow me back." He goes, let me see your account." And the kid didn't post anything, and he's like, "I'm not following nothing. I'm not following air."
He had no pictures?
Yeah, he had no picture. The kid didn't post nothing, and he was just like, he was just posting pictures of him and the kid on the kid's account, just so he could follow it. And
was he really?
Yeah, it was just.
Did his account blow up?
I'm sure it probably did.
I'm sure it did.
Yeah, I'm sure it did actually. But that dude's so funny.
Bro, just think of his. It's like an example. Just fucking go after whatever the fuck you want. This dude just made like a sport. I don't even know what it was that started Barstool Sports, but I'm sure some sports video content, or I don't know what the fuck they were doing, honestly, to begin.
Yeah,
but it's blown up into, I think it's worth a couple $100 million.
He's
Barstool. He's fucking.
Yeah, he's got over 100 mil.
Yeah. Super famous, or not super famous, but just obviously super well known.
Yeah.
Made this whole like. But you could say it's basically like a new modern company because it's all online. Like obviously before the internet, that wasn't a thing. Super successful, and he just basically makes fun of people, it seems like, and bets on sports and talks about sports in like a super bro way.
Yeah, it's super bro.
Super bro.
it's like frat business, man.
It is.
It is.
And it's usually funny as fuck.
Yeah, it's so funny.
And obviously, yeah, it's like who would have ever thought that would have been as successful as it is? Fucking Barstool. And now he's been day trading, so now he's like Wall Street Bets, one of their gods, basically. At least that's what it seems like. I don't know if I'm understanding the whole thing correctly, but it's fucking hilarious. But yeah, man. So when is that? That was a whole tangent about Wall Street Bets. That's funny. When is your short film coming out? The one you were just in, or it wasn't even a short film, the feature film.
Yeah, it was. I think it's coming out sometime this year. Pretty soon, actually.
Pretty soon.
Yeah, I've been hearing some good news about it. I don't know really what the news is.
Yeah.
But he's saying it's like really good news.
Because you've been doing classes with the guy who was the director of that film, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess so. He should fucking know.
Yeah, they're working on it like every day. Meetings on meetings with everybody, I guess.
Mm-hmm. Is he trying to put it out as like an independent film, or is he trying to pitch it?
Yeah, it's an independent film.
Independent.
Yeah. I feel like he might actually be pitching it. He's trying to have people buy it, but as an independent film.
Yeah.
I don't know how it works. I'm just the paintbrush.
I'm learning that side too, or that side of the whole industry as well, because that's kind of what one of the short films I did this last summer. That's what they were doing. They kind of wanted to create a short film, then to pitch it to, I think, like Hulu and just all the platforms to try to get it bought, and then actually remake it with like a full ass expensive budget. But I remember them saying if they weren't able to do that, then they were going to try to just maybe on their own make it into like an indie movie or something. So I don't know. Yeah, that's again, that's something we're learning, like the business side of, okay.
Yeah, behind the camera.
Yeah, and the whole business side of like film and creating movies. Because I think that matters. At least to me, I want to understand, okay, what is this for? You know?
Yeah.
What could come of this? Or like, because maybe obviously down the line, hopefully you have options of like, should I do this or should I do that? And then, I don't know. I think we'll obviously learn that with time and more experience in the industry.
Yeah. I think right now I'm trying to focus on like, what do people want to see? And what can I give them? Yeah. What am I willing to let them see?
Are you saying for a role for yourself, or are you saying for like type of movies?
Probably a role for myself.
What you're comfortable with, kind of?
I guess like I kind of want to show them something new. Yeah. Like I want to be able to show something new, and what are people looking for? I don't really know what it is, but I'm trying to figure out what people want. Yeah.
I guess how are you thinking about that? Are you just kind of listening to social media shit, or talking to friends, or what?
I guess going to class. He says he has a lot of like insight on casting directors and everything. Mm-hmm. So I feel like casting directors, they have a good idea of like what people want. So if I know what casting directors want, like I feel like that will be like another step ahead of the game.
Do you guys talk about casting directors and who has casted, certain things that he thinks you guys could fit?
He doesn't like giving names or anything. I think that's reasonable.
You trust him, obviously.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he says like he knows people in certain like companies,
Mhm.
so he'll give like company names because like they're companies,
Mhm.
whatever.
Yeah, just the big productions.
Yeah. So like, say for like Nickelodeon,
Mm-hmm.
when I was talking to him about that, he was like, you need energy, bring a lot of energy and like stuff like that. That's what those people are looking for,
Yeah.
and it's a certain style of energy,
Mm-hmm.
or like Disney, certain style of energy.
Yeah.
Movies, it's fast paced. It's kind of what they want to see, the timing of it, the everything, I guess.
Yeah. First of all, let's say a big fucking congratulations to Logan. Here was on Nickelodeon. What, just the other day?
Yeah, it was just like 2 days ago.
2 days ago?
Yeah.
That's sick. Did you watch
Yeah.
it? I'm sure you watched it.
Yeah, I watched it.
Yeah. Is it on Hulu? Could I find it on Hulu?
It's on.
Because Nickelodeon's not on Netflix, right?
I don't know. I don't think it's even on Hulu. It might be.
Might be.
I don't know.
Maybe on YouTube. Because it was something with the bell. This title of the show.
Oh yeah,
I was thinking Saved by the Bell
yeah,
too.
I'm thinking that too. No, a Side Hustle.
Side Hustle. Why the fuck was I thinking Bell?
Yeah.
Side Hustle.
Yeah, it's a pretty cool show.
Yeah, it's like a kid show on Nickelodeon, right?
Yeah, it's a funny kid show. It's these two girls and their friend. They're just taking on life as a kid.
Yeah, Nickelodeon show.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fucking awesome though.
Yeah.
That's the thing, dude. Like, you just started doing this before, like a year ago. Would you thought, oh, I'm gonna be on Nickelodeon next year? Nah.
Yeah.
You would have thought you thought you were gonna be?
Yeah.
Well, dope.
Because like, I feel like for me, I'm big into like manifesting.
Yeah.
So like, if I see it in my mind, I believe I can do it.
No, I know you 100% believe you can do it. But I guess before you even thought you were going to act, like, or even move out here, because you were originally thinking you were going to go to college, right?
Yeah.
Like you said.
Before like thinking I was acting.
Yeah.
No.
At that point in like,
Yeah,
a year and a half ago, whenever that was, like, oh, a year and a half, I'm going to be on Nickelodeon.
Yeah, no way.
You've been like, what
No
the
way.
fuck? What?
No way. But as soon as I was like, okay, I want to be an actor, I put into like my mind, I was like, Nickelodeon's a good like first
Good step, yeah.
Yeah, so like get onto Nickelodeon.
You thought about that before?
Yeah.
That's
I
fucking
put it
awesome.
on like paper. I was like,
That's dope.
Nick. So like,
That's fucking dope.
yeah.
Damn, do you have other, at least that you would be willing to share? Like, what are your kind of goal roles, or have you not really kind of thought?
I feel like my goal roles definitely like, right now I'm thinking, okay, yeah, I can get onto Nickelodeon,
Mm-hmm.
but now I need to think deeper. What kind of role do I want?
Mm-hmm.
So I think for me, like, I just want a reoccurring role, maybe on like a funny show,
Mm-hmm.
like where I'm like the main character. It's a funny show, probably like a stupid teen, like
Mm-hmm.
kind of like that, just figuring out life.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even know, just like
Yeah.
a new role.
Yeah.
And then eventually movies, like not necessarily like action-packed movies, but like an action drama
Mm-hmm.
type of movie.
Yeah, those would be fun.
Yeah.
Those would definitely be fun. So are you thinking you want to do, I guess when you think of that, are you thinking kind of like a sitcom?
For like the TV thing?
Yeah.
Yeah. Sitcom would be dope.
Sitcom? Yeah. So comedy acting.
Yeah.
And does he distinguish between comedy acting in class and like dramatic acting or anything like that?
So he does have like a couple classes, so it's always on like a Thursday, but
Mm-hmm.
you could be there from like 5:30 p.m. to like 11 at night. Like they're long classes, but in the beginning you can do like an audition class.
Mm-hmm.
And like you just show up when it's your time.
Mhm.
So you pay more for like the earlier classes or whatever.
Mhm.
And then but like at group classes, like you can do comedy or drama. So like you choose what you want to learn about, and then he'll actually like distinguish like, okay, this is a comedy, you have to like appeal to this audience and do this more more in a more entertaining way.
Mm-hmm.
For drama, it's more like dragging people in. You want to pull them in.
Mm-hmm.
And he kind of works with us personally, like how to do that, what our attributes are.
Does he sit down with you one-on-one?
You just stand up in the front of the room while like the rest of the class are looking at you, and he'll tell you.
So he just talks to you in class?
Yeah.
Yeah, and you're doing performances in front of everyone?
Yeah.
Yeah. What'd you think about that right away?
For me, I'm not like, at first I thought it was like theater.
Mm-hmm.
I don't really like getting up on a stage and like performing. I'd rather just have it like shot and filmed.
Mm-hmm.
But like going up there, it kind of gave me more confidence of knowing that people are watching.
Mm-hmm.
And you have to like, I guess it's easier to connect with the audience when there's people there. And I think that's a big part of connecting with the camera. You can actually visualize people through the camera.
Yeah. Did you feel nervous though?
Oh yeah.
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 'Cause I remember the first times I did anything in front of people. Yeah, I was fucking nervous. I still get nervous, bro.
Yeah, I still do.
Yeah.
Every time.
I think it will be forever, honestly. When I was just watching like Actors Roundtable, and I hadn't watched it in a long time, but when I'd watched them before, I remember them talking about still, being nervous, and we would talk about that in class when I was going to the studio as well. And if I remember right, I feel like you kind of just have to. The teaching they were doing there is just like use it, basically. Use it to kind of as like energy, and like kind of accept it, whatever, and let it energize you almost for the scene. And I like that idea of like, and I've also heard before, I don't remember where I heard this. I think this is what I heard. I feel like I'm really spacey today.
Yeah, I feel like just like in the last like 2 minutes, I just got spacey. I was just like looking, and then I was like, "Well, hold on."
But what I was gonna say is to use, or to think of like nervousness as like excitement. Because it's the same feeling. It might have been on Actors Roundtable, honestly, an old one I watched, where it's like, just think, instead of I'm nervous for this, I'm excited to do this, because you kind of get like jittery, and like maybe you want to move or something and to get the nerves out, but just think of it as like an excitement, like a positive thing instead of a negative thing, and it could totally change, just how you feel about going into, say, an audition or something.
Yeah, I like that. Like, that's what I think I need to work on more, like making my nervousness, my anxiety into energy and like feelings.
Mm-hmm.
Usually it like blocks, like puts up a guard for me.
Same. I guess I'd kind of say the same for myself. It almost makes me, if I let it kind of take over, it makes me, I wouldn't say like shut down, but like, yeah, you can't be basically, you can't be a good actor. You can't be alive in the moment.
Yeah.
You're just kind of like,
alive is a good word.
out of your own head.
Yeah.
At least that's how I get. Or
Yeah.
like, then you're thinking about, at least, because we would talk about this in my class as well, is like being present. I'm sure you guys talk about that, being alive in the moment, and trying your best to live that moment. So obviously you're not aware of like, oh, I should be trying to live this moment right now. You're just doing it.
Yeah.
And that's like when you can do really well, and not being like psychoanalyzing yourself from the outside of like, how am I doing in the scene right now? Like that fucking kills you.
Yeah, that's what it is. Overanalyzing it, just thinking too much.
Yeah, because he would always say, once you do that, like, you're out of it. You're out of the scene.
Yeah.
And you're kind of, you can tell. At least he can. And I think you can tell too. Like, it is crazy. And when you're in small classes like that, how you can get into even just a short little scene.
Yeah.
And just believe what they're doing. You're just watching.
Yeah.
And then your mind starts kind of just like going with it. And you're like, oh.
Yeah. it really is. That's.
And then you're like, oh shit, yeah. That was just a scene.
Yeah. There's some like talented people in my class. They're so good.
You've been doing it a while?
Yeah. There's one kid, Jordan.
Mm-hmm.
He's every time he goes up, like the whole class just stops. And like I definitely look up to him. Like him just going up there, there's no fear. There's definitely fear, but you can tell he like uses it as energy, and like, man, just goes up there and kills it each time. And like I talk to him, and I'm asking him like, what is it? And he's like, you literally just have to feel it.
Mm-hmm.
You're in the moment, and if there's words, you read the words. And he taught me this. He taught me like how to read a script and like memorize the words. So it's super monotone, just over and over and over.
Mm-hmm.
And eventually, that's what's in your mind, and you don't really have a place for it until like you're reading it in the scene, and you're feeling it, and that's what's right, and that's what comes out.
Mm-hmm.
So he was like, so it's literally just like photo memory and feeling,
Mm-hmm.
and like that's what.
Is he kind of saying just basically burn the words into your mind, so then in that moment they'll just come up, and if you're present, like your emotions will come out through those words at that moment.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with that too.
Yeah,
and that's kind of
take over. Yeah.
That's kind of what, in a way, that I was being taught as well, and I believe that. I think that over this year I have gotten a lot better at learning, even just like an audition, sending in like a self tape. You know, sometimes they're really short. It's like a paragraph.
Yeah.
Or 1 line, 2 lines, and sometimes I've had some that are like 3 pages, and it's like fuck. But this year I felt I can kind of get that down actually pretty quick now, and I think that takes away anxiety too. Like all this sounds so like obvious.
Yeah.
But it's
important though.
It is important, and it takes doing it and like feeling it. Like I've said before on this, so anyone who's listening has probably heard this before. Like I learned from feeling like I did something wrong.
Yeah.
And then feeling like, okay, that wasn't right, because I feel like maybe shit about it.
Yeah.
Let me try a different way. Oh, this feels good, and this feels right. I'm doing better, and that feels good to do better at something that you want to be good at.
Yeah.
So like doing that, learning the lines, well enough to where, you're not thinking about the lines at all, is just feels really good. And then you can just kind of be more alive in the moment, even just take after take on a fucking self tape.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, I don't know, I'm gonna do this one like this and like that, and then you'll surprise yourself. Honestly, that's happened where it's like, oh fuck.
Yeah.
You know, like obviously you're not playing. I think that's it. I honestly think that's, again, I'm not super experienced, but I feel like that's kind of what you want when you like surprise yourself with what maybe emotion comes through in that fucking scene or audition or whatever. I think that's when, you know, maybe you kind of were alive in the moment and alive in the scene, and you surprise yourself. I don't know.
Yeah, I feel like you get to that eventually. Like I feel like, at least for me, I'm learning how to get to feeling it each time.
Mm-hmm.
I am learning, and like I do like experiencing it like you. Like I have to do it to like know. Yeah. But like I feel like sometimes I do get caught up in like, oh, maybe I it does feel good, but how can I make it feel better? Like, but I feel like just doing it over and over and good, like good enough. That's where breakthroughs come through, and like that's where important.
Are you saying like you're almost being you feel like at times you're being too hard on yourself, of like, oh, this feels good, but you immediately start thinking, how can I do it better?
Yeah.
And you should slow down, kind of?
Yeah.
I can get that. Just appreciate
the little things.
Yeah. I think I need to do that as well. Right. You know, appreciate the little things just in general, not even exactly what we're talking about specifically. Like I hope you appreciate, getting on fucking Nickelodeon. Oh. I mean, like all that, like any of the little roles you had from before, like you didn't do that a year ago.
No.
So it's not an overnight, oh my God, my life's different.
Yeah. But every day's a blessing.
That and it's a step forward.
Yeah.
It's a little step forward, another step forward, another step forward. And I've also like just paying attention to people, I guess, that I respect online, who are successful and are the people who are putting out videos kind of as almost guidance or things like that. I've really come to, I feel like, understand, like, you don't want to be overnight, like all of a sudden super successful and known and maybe famous overnight, because you probably didn't deserve it.
No. And
then to keep that up with something that maybe your skills haven't caught up to usually doesn't happen. you know, like if you had a big role all of a sudden tomorrow and it's like, shit, I'll use myself because I don't want to say anything negative about you, but like,
go for it.
Like if you just got a big role and you kind of just got lucky and landed this role like tomorrow and then we're super famous, but like your acting skills actually hadn't been developed that far, and then you just kind of never really got a role after that. Yeah. Then it's like, fuck. Then it's just like really short lived.
Yeah. You can't hold on to the experience.
The experience, or it's not. It's just not a long career. It was more just like Yeah. I guess the easy thing to say is like a one-hit wonder for like music. Yeah. Because there's definitely, you see that in acting or something, or someone will kind of hit a role or just get in a movie or something that gets them really well known, and that's not saying that's not hard to do. It obviously is. Yeah. Not many people do that. It's still difficult to do, but I guess if we're trying to make careers out of it and our life out of it, you know, you want it for the long run. You don't want it just
that's a few years. Yeah, the long run.
Yeah, man. It's a lot in your head too.
It's a lot in your head.
And that's what's really different about coming from playing sports. Yeah. Growing up, as you said, you did too. Like, sports are in your head as well, but obviously they're physical activities. And acting is, you know, you're alive, you're moving around, so it's still physical, but it's not like playing a game or a sport. It's way more in your head, and
it's more of a chess game than checkers.
Yeah, but at the same time, you're trying to, like we just said, be out of your head. Yeah.
Yeah, it's so weird.
It's in your head, but you don't want to be, like, in your head.
It's a chess game with the heart and the mind.
Yeah.
Something like that.
It really is. You just kind of want to feel it, but I think...
And know the feeling is good.
Yeah. See, that's the thing, too. I've talked on here before about comparing to sports. I have a hard time, I feel... during COVID, like practicing, because I want someone there in class who knows what the fuck they're doing. Like, I haven't been doing it long enough to be like, oh, I can just do this and I know what's good or not. Like, I know it's gonna feel good, but obviously, you know, I'm not a fucking successful career actor right now, so clearly I'm still new at this, whatever. So it's hard to know. I feel like it's hard for me on my own to practice and know, oh, that was good. Like, it feels good sometimes. Other times it doesn't. So you know that for sure. But I've been in class, you know, something feels good. Oh, I did pretty decent. And they'll point out a bunch of shit. It's like, that wasn't there. That wasn't there. And you're just like, oh, okay. Yeah.
I feel like what also helps, since COVID, like, what I've been doing is when I get a self-tape, like, I'll watch the self-tape over and over. Like, I know sometimes I'll be like, I'll half-ass and just do what I think is the best at the moment, but I know, like, I'm probably not gonna get that one. But like, if I'm trying to, like, learn from, like, what I'm doing, just watch the self tape over and over, and like, you kind of realize, take yourself out of who's performing on the screen, and like, you can criticize yourself, not in like a judgy way, but like,
it's an honest way.
Yeah, an honest, like, truthful, like, is this really what I want to put out?
I see what you're saying. So just kind of separate yourself from yourself in the video. Yeah. Just watch it as honestly like an audience member. Yeah. Yeah. I think that would definitely could help for sure. Just not be so. I don't know. I guess you just can't be so damn critical of yourself either. Yeah. Like, all right, that's fine.
Yeah, and I feel like for me, sometimes when I am doing a self tape, I get cocky. I'll think, oh, I killed it. And then I do take a step back and realize, okay, I didn't really kill it, but just a few seconds ago, I thought I killed it, so maybe I did.
That's the thing too, is I feel like you hear stories like that all the time of people will be like, just really surprised that they got the role. So that's where I do feel, I mean, obviously acting's an art, so I do feel there is this whole, you know, I want to get better, I want to get really good to the point, and there's actors out there I think are just undeniably good.
Yeah, born with it.
And they're just good. Yeah, either they're just good from a kid and kind of maybe born with some sort of skill set that translated really well, or they just worked on it for a long time and are just really good at it. But it does seem also at the same time there's roles that just fucking people just fit them perfectly.
Yeah.
And the timing is just perfect, and they got that audition, and they hadn't even been acting very long or whatever, and they just whatever, it just fit them perfectly. So then they ended up getting it, and they do really well in that role. And that's almost what makes it hard. It's like conceptualizing, you know, the whole thing and making your life kind of about it. It's like, okay.
Yeah.
It's literally endless opportunities for the better and for worse, almost.
Yeah.
It's like I could get any role tomorrow that could be, you know, really good for me. I could fit it really well. Or I guess obviously not. And then it's just like a complete long run, and I got to get good at this, and maybe that'll never happen, and I'm just, you know, good in say 5 years, 10 years or something. And then you can kind of go from there, maybe building up from there even more. But
yeah,
I don't know.
What's a crazy role that you think like you would want, but like you think you could never get? Like you would really want that, but like for me it would be the Joker. Like that would be sick to be, but I think mentally it'd be really hard for me to get there and like portray the Joker.
Yeah, there's definitely one I would think of too. Heath Ledger's Joker.
Yeah, that's the one I was thinking of.
But I almost feel like it'd be hard to be the Joker because of how much of a fan I am of his Joker.
Yeah.
You'd almost worry, like, am I just subconsciously copying?
Yeah.
But anything for me, like, I guess there's no role that I don't feel at some point in my life I could get. Because I guess I feel like I have my whole life ahead of me. Like, I could get really fucking good at this. Obviously, not at the moment.
Yeah.
I'm not, you know, I think I'm somewhere on that spectrum. I'm better than I was a few years ago.
For sure.
But I'm definitely not as good as I'm going to be, hopefully, a few years from now.
Yeah.
So there's no... I think if this kind of answers your questions, roles that would be hard for me to do would be roles that are, like, fucked up characters.
Yeah.
Like, fucking, I don't know, like child rapist or murderer or something.
No.
Like, we've talked about that sometime in class too, like, because you can't judge, at least this is kind of one of our codes of the studio is that they preach, like, you can't judge who you're trying to portray, because then you can't do it very well.
Yeah.
Like, because then you're not alive, you know, you're not in the moment, you're not whatever, you're just not going to have a good performance. You need to, like we said, be in the scene, be living moment to moment, and nobody in the real world is thinking, oh, I'm a horrible person. They're most likely, what is the word? What is it, like?
Narcissistic.
Kind of narcissistic, but they're giving themselves excuses of why what they're doing is okay.
Yeah.
They're not
codependent.
It's God, I can't fucking think today. I don't know, but they're not being so critical of themselves. They may I don't know, not have high self-esteem and not like themselves, but they're not. But if they're doing something that's fucked up like that, they're probably rationalizing why they're doing it. That's what I'm trying to say. So that's what you have to do as the actor.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe not like a role you couldn't get, but what would be like a dream role that would like push you and like challenge you?
A dream role? A dream role for sure would be, because I got this long ass hair right now, anything Game of Thrones type.
Yeah.
Like old fucking times. Gladiators, Lord of the Rings type, Game of Thrones type, you know, like monarchy shit.
Yeah.
I just think that'd be really cool and really fun to play, and
sick.
It'd be really exciting. Vikings, did you ever watch that show?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that show's fucking sick.
That was sick.
Yeah, anything like that would be...
You learn so much about them too on the Viking show. Right. I was like...
I mean, obviously it's a show, but I think most of it's pretty factual or close to it.
Close to it.
Yeah.
I'll take it.
Obviously there's some drama in there that I'm sure they factor up.
Yeah.
But yeah, that show's fucking so good.
Yeah.
And yeah, anything like that would be really cool. And I feel like or anything like I like the 70s. Like I love like 70s music, like 70s, I guess, rock music. and a handful of things I've done have been like 70s time era, and they're always fun.
Yeah.
Like it's usually in a bar, something centered around like smoking and drinking. So
Yeah.
I don't know. That would be fun. Really, at the end of the day, I'd be fucking excited for anything.
Yeah.
So that's where I'm at right now. I'd be really excited for anything. If I had to cut my hair and it was something substantial and, you know, a good career move, and that would be awesome. I would definitely do it. I want to keep it long and do hopefully some roles with like having just some long hair, I guess, because I think that'd be cool just to have and do. And I typically like the roles I see with men with long hair, I guess. I feel like that's kind of always what it is like these older.
That's what's saying. Jawlines and long hair. That's
Yeah.
what my coach was saying. Like, don't change that.
Yeah. Why'd you cut your hair then?
Well, I had to.
You had to for a role?
Continuity, yeah.
Oh. See, there you go. You got the role. Yeah. That's what everyone's told me since I got here is don't cut your hair.
Yeah, don't do
And I
it.
wasn't going to anyways, but it's like, okay, I guess I'm cool with that.
Yeah.
I mean, if I wanted to, I probably still would.
Yeah.
But
Do what you want.
yeah. But no, I like having it long, and to me, I just like a lot of the roles. Once I've had it long, and you know, obviously I'm out here and thinking of what I could do. Like, so I've paid attention to that as which roles I feel like physically or like aesthetically I could fit right now, and I see a lot of things that I think are cool. Or like, I talked about this on the last one too, I believe. Sons of Anarchy, any show like
Mhm.
that. A lot of those guys had long hair.
That'd be sick.
Let's see what else. I've been called Tarzan before on set. I think doing a Tarzan movie would be sick.
That would be sick. Swinging from behind and stuff.
We'll do a Tarzan remake 2020, 2021 now. Shit.
Jeez.
Yeah, man. But I'd be excited for anything, honestly. I think I'm at a point where I'll still audition for basically anything for practice and just to get better, and short films I'll still do, but I do want, you know, I've done a couple short films now, I've done some pilots. Like I want something fucking legit.
Yeah, legit.
Like
Something you can put on your reel, something that'll get a good amount of money.
yeah, I mean money obviously you want to make good money doing something, but even right now like it would almost be more like a reputation thing.
Yeah.
I guess not a reputation thing, but I just want to get something that's solid.
Yeah.
Like
Have your credentials up.
like a feature film instead of short films. But again, so I mean, I'll still do short films, but I just want to progress, like we've been talking about. Like, I feel like that's kind of the next thing. I've done pilots. I've worked for free in the past. I've done some things now for pay. I've done short films. I've been a lead in a short film. Like, okay, let me even get like a side role
Hell yeah.
on a fucking feature film. Like, I guess this kind of steps up. But again, I don't know when that shit's coming back because of COVID. Or if I got to move. I almost auditioned for this gladiator role that would have been like in Texas.
Really?
Yeah, the dude was talking to me on backstage.
That'd been sick.
It would have been so cool.
Texas is pretty cheap to live there too.
Yeah, I've been to Dallas once, and it fucking snowed when I was there. Like the first time in like 50 years. Shut the whole
Jeez.
city down because they had no obviously snow maintenance.
Yeah, I knew Minnesota was coming, so it wanted
Yeah,
to welcome
right.
you, huh?
There was a group of us Minnesota kids, and they're like, all right, fucking 2 days they're here. All right, let's just do a snowstorm real quick.
Blizzard.
They thought they could get out of Minnesota. Psych. But yeah, no, it'd have been sick. Or like we were saying earlier, the fucking Power Rangers role in fucking New Zealand. Like that would have been crazy, just to live in New Zealand for 2 years to be on a TV show.
Yeah, anywhere outside the country would be sick.
Right? Or I don't know. I'd be excited for everything. So I'm sure you would be as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, dream roles. The Joker is one. Like, honestly, I don't even know, I guess at this point, maybe what a specific dream role would be for me. But what I want is I want to just get into a role where I can like fucking just pour myself into it.
Yeah.
That's what I want. Like, and I guess maybe that's where I feel the next step up is I would find something like that, like where I'm at now, or what I've done now has kind of been other people, or working with other people who are also kind of trying to find their way, maybe as a director or like writers and things. And you definitely, I think you need to do that, and I will continue to take those opportunities. But I feel like the next step up would maybe be more, I don't want to say more professional, but just kind of more quality, maybe.
Yeah.
I'm trying not to knock anything, anybody I've worked with or anything, because that's definitely not what I'm trying to say. But just maybe a higher quality role. I don't know.
Yeah.
That I could just really really fucking work on, because I mean the last short film I did was, the whole process was like a month. You kind of got it. We were shooting in 3 weeks, and like what I was learning in class was not that.
Yeah.
It was at least it felt like what I was learning was to prepare for something that I would have more time to actually dive into and work on, and kind of
something that you can like unfold yourself and like kind of mold and
exactly, and like say the arc of the character. And maybe don't know what the fuck I'm talking about, but
where the twists and turns are.
Yeah, and you can kind of discover who this character is basically, and
and
like that whole process I would love to. That excites me right now. Like that's kind of almost what I'm hungry for.
Yeah.
It's just something like that, and so it probably wouldn't be a commercial or something short like that. But I would still do those, obviously, just to keep building the resume and get things on the reel.
You ever thought of writing your own thing?
Yeah, I have. And I've definitely written ideas down before. Like I write a lot in my phone for music, actually. But then I write honestly kind of everything. But I have written ideas down to maybe for a show. I guess not exactly maybe for myself only, kind of like a scene or something. But I have thought to do that. Okay, that could be a way. Maybe I just have to do that. And I don't know. You see people doing that, and it's not a bad way to go. I think.
Yeah.
It's kind of coming to that. It feels like.
Yeah, like I've done a couple things where they want you to shoot your own stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Right, and I mean, I got a camera. We could do it.
We could.
It could be a 2-person little scene, or even whatever. There's definitely people out here to access, I guess is what I'm trying to say. It's definitely doable, and I think it is smart. Again, I haven't done it, so I need to follow my own words here. But yeah, I don't know. I guess I don't have much experience
to know where the level of writing you should do or what.
Well, the writing, but also produce. Like I'd want it to look good.
Yeah.
So producing something professional, camera work, and maybe I'm just thinking way too much about it already, and like it's not that deep, and I should just shoot it on a fucking whatever camera, iPhone or this camera I have here. But that's kind of where then I go with it. It was like, okay, well, who, I'd want I'd want someone who knows what they're doing with a camera to shoot this shit, which I guess I do know a guy, so what am I making excuses for?
Yeah, I'm sure it unfolds like with itself, one step at a time. You'll figure it out.
But even just like doing skits, because I have some friends who I'll see, they'll even just post them on like TikTok or something, or kind of doing skits, and I think that's good. Obviously, oftentimes they're not serious, but I think it's good just to it's kind of like working out. Like we talk about that at the studio as well. Like acting's like, it's like muscles you're flexing.
Yeah.
Kind of usually in your brain and the emotional muscles, and you just kind of get used to doing it, whatever, and you just get more comfortable with it, and then that kind of takes away some anxiety of it. And because I think that was something I was going through when I first got to the studio too, is like, do I even fucking belong here?
Right.
Like, this is the first legitimate classes I've taken out in LA. It's like, but a lot of the other people in my class were also kind of in that same boat, which helped. But my class I was in, which was a good thing, was actually very, like no one was in there just to fuck around. Like they were actually trying to get better, which was cool to see, because our teacher would say that to us. He's basically saying he appreciates us compared to kind of some other classes. that he was maybe having at the time, that, you know, everyone in there is actually trying to pay attention, and he can tell is actually trying to get better, and he appreciates it.
Yeah, I'm still trying to work on like actually getting up there and like in my class that I'm in, actually getting up there and showing something.
What do you mean, like
how you guys actually like going up? Like
oh
you
yeah.
said, and like you guys are actually like he was thanking you guys.
Yeah, he would give us. So where I was going again, I don't want to say it just because I don't know if they would be pissed or not. I don't know, but we had a book we would follow, and then my teacher wrote a book based off this other book that was basically his mentor, and so we would kind of read out of both of those two books, and there's like exercises and techniques in those books that we would do in class, which were, you know, you'd be up there doing a scene basically for like 2 minutes. And then so that took a couple weeks, some teaching, and then we actually got scenes like from plays, and then worked on those for about a month probably. You wouldn't go every time because the class was 3 hours, so like half the class would go one day, and then half would go the other day, and then so then he'd critique everybody after 2 classes, and then so everyone would go again for the next week. But yeah, so that was definitely the most theater type scenario I guess I was in.
Yeah.
Because it was with a class of maybe, I don't know, 15, 20 people, and
going up on stage.
we had kind of little bleachers, and you know, we had a setup, so he had, you know, like a fridge and a little sink, and so you could kind of make like he'd call it making place basically, and set up your set. And it was cool because it did seem like I would talk to other kids in the class, obviously, who maybe grew up as actual, you know, maybe they went to school for theater or just grew up in theater in high school, and they would kind of say that his teaching is kind of like a mixed blend of theater, but then with like film. Because at times I'd think like, is this more geared towards like actual theater, and you know, and just kind of figuring out if I'm doing the right thing basically. And I just remember having a conversation with actually my scene partner, and who grew up in theater, and he was saying, really just obviously take everything with a grain of salt, and you know, his teaching really is kind of like a theater interpretation for film, and it's kind of both. And he has a good reputation too, so I totally trust that studio, and I really liked going there. But
yeah, I do like the mix between, or like the hybrid of like theater, drama, comedy, because I feel like if you know all of them, you can play and tie all of them in together, and maybe that's the best thing you can put on screen. But
just working, everything kind of
work it out.
Does he distinguish between drama and comedy, like specific things in his class with you guys?
Like what do you mean?
I guess I feel like you're saying, maybe I'm interpreting what you're saying wrong, just that he would kind of teach different things for, say, a comedy versus a drama. If you're going to say, I'm going to do a comedy scene versus a drama scene, you know what I'm saying? Like
how he would get it across to you, or what?
Or just like teach you, like his technique?
Yeah, it's different. Yeah. He thinks it's different between like, if you're doing like, if it's a sitcom for like, or like even a comedy, if it's a comedy TV show, if it's a comedy commercial, or if it's a comedy movie, he's going to critique you different ways.
Okay.
Based on like, if it's a commercial, if it's a comedy commercial, he'll have you smile more. He'll have you more energetic and like portraying and leaning more towards the object that you're trying to advertise.
Okay.
And if it's like a movie, he'll like more subtle, like comedic relief moments are gonna win it, because it's like, oh, maybe it takes the audience a second or two to get it, and then that's what makes it like gold almost. It's like you appreciate it more.
Yeah, it's interesting. It's interesting to see, because I think it is good, like, to learn from multiple people.
Yeah.
Because their techniques do differ.
Yeah.
Because, yeah, I think where I was going, they would, he would kind of say that, drama and comedy is the same thing. It's just, I guess if you're laughing at them or not, or with them or not, but you're still caring about what's happening, and it's not funny maybe for the people in the scene.
Yeah.
But we think it's funny. And then a drama is just, dramatic instead of supposed to be humorous. But obviously there's plenty of different techniques out there and teachings. And, so I was just interested to hear kind of the differences.
That's what I do like about him. He, like, a lot of the stuff that he does say, like, pretty much everything that he tells us is brand new information to all of us. So it's, like, never, like, repetitive. Mm-hmm. And you're always kind of learning something from him. Mm-hmm. And, like, every time I leave, I feel like, wow, I just learned a lot.
Yeah. So it's worth it.
Yeah, it's definitely worth it.
Yeah, because that'd be the worst thing, leaving something like that. Because I'm sure it's not cheap.
No.
And feeling like, oh, that was a waste of goddamn time.
Yeah. But I feel like any training is definitely worth it.
Yeah.
If it's, like, super expensive and you're not actually trying, then it's not worth it.
Yeah.
But, like, if you're trying and the coach is actually, like, doing his job, I guess, doing his or her job, like, then it's worth it.
Yeah. I think you have to find someone you trust, though, too.
Yeah, definitely.
Like, not just any, because I haven't encountered this, I haven't done this, but,
Yeah.
I'm sure there's a lot of people out here who are kind of lying or.
Dude, I'm sure a lot.
Yeah. Hosting classes who basically shouldn't be, I guess.
Yeah.
And I don't know. Obviously, hopefully don't run into any of those situations. And so you guys kind of audit the class. Did you audit this guy, or did you just because I guess you worked with him on that film?
Yeah, he just said, he was like, so it's like an hour and a half away. Mm-hmm. So he's like,
fuck.
Yeah. So
Where
he's like, Fullerton. It's like Brea, Orange County.
Orange County?
Yeah.
You make a drive, bro.
Yeah.
Damn.
And so he asked me, he's like, you gotta come visit the class. It's far away, but you should come visit the class, check it out. I was like, well, I like driving. I don't mind.
Yeah, exactly.
And he's like, well, if you like driving, I'm willing to give you a couple free classes so you can check it out. And I see that you're willing to put time and effort into this class. I'm willing to give you time and effort, or pay you for your time and effort.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
That sounds legit, though, because, they're not trying to. Yeah, he's giving you free class, to have you come in, and he's going to assess you as you can assess him, it's basically.
That was at the beginning.
Yeah, exactly.
Now
so
I like it.
It's not he's trying to, I'd be sketched out of any.
Yeah.
Pay me a couple hundred or a couple thousand right up front. Like, nah.
Nah.
So anyone else out there, don't do that.
Yeah, no.
Don't fucking do that.
Because there are good people out there.
Oh, for sure. And I mean, if they're established, try. I guess if you know anybody else who's been here, or try to get in touch with somebody if you haven't or aren't.
Yeah.
And kind of ask around, like, who are teachers you've heard of, or,
Also be available. Being available is, like, key.
For, you saying roles or for class?
Everything. Just this industry. If you're available, you'll work.
Yeah. So you need to get a job that has flexibility.
Yeah. And just, like, if people want you to say no, like, I've gotten people, like, at least for roles, if they're looking for a no. Mm-hmm. They're looking for reasons to say no to you. And if you, like, meet them at it, most of the times they're going to conclude their answer to a no. Most likely for, like, a role or anything.
Yeah.
If you can meet them in, like, a medium where they can't say no, but they don't have to say yes, like, they like that because you're an option and you're available. But because they might not find it a yes. So being a yes, meeting them at a yes or a potential is, like, key.
You're saying if you kind of go in and audition and maybe they don't love you right away, but they don't find anybody that they love right away, so then you're just kind of.
Yeah, or, like, I'm just saying, like, if they don't find the vibe right away and like, the vibe is off, mm-hmm. and it's just an audition or a self tape where
Yeah.
they're like, all right, well, you submitted, we'll give you a shot.
Yeah.
It's just not really caring.
Yeah.
Meet them at like, surprise them and
Yeah. Give them every reason to say yes.
yeah, give them every reason to say yes and no reason
Yeah.
to say no.
Yeah, availability is huge. If you have a job that doesn't give you availability, then you're kind of fucked
Yeah,
for multiple reasons.
for real.
Agent might not take you
Yeah.
because then you get auditions and then you can't go or something, and they're gonna get pissed at you. And yeah, definitely need that flexibility in your schedule. Have you had any auditions that you've bombed yet, or that you felt like you bombed?
Just terrible.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think it was probably the Power Rangers one.
Really?
Yeah.
The self tape?
Yeah.
You didn't like it?
Well, I liked it. I thought I did good. And then I looked back on it and I didn't have any more time because I spent like 2 weeks on it.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like doing everything I could. But like, I just know like that was not a Power Ranger move.
Yeah.
What I was doing was not a Power Ranger thing.
Yeah.
So like, I was just like,
You felt
bombed it.
bombed it.
Yeah, just bombed it.
Have you done any in-person ones yet? Or have you done all self-tapes?
I've done a couple self-tapes recently.
Yeah.
Or I mean, in-person ones.
Yeah.
Like 2. It's not. It's. I don't really know. It's like not any different.
You don't feel different?
No, from like before. It's just like quick. It's
Yeah.
really quick actually. In-person ones are super quick.
They're quick. I mean, you might have to wait to get in there, but once you're in there, yeah, it's quick.
Yeah.
And like, I like them both for different reasons. I like a self-tape because, I mean, I'll sit here all fucking day and do it.
Yeah.
I'll do 15, 20 takes,
Yeah.
you know, until I feel
Feel it's right.
maybe some of them are good, and even then I'll still do a couple and until, yeah. And even now, after doing a couple or doing a bunch of them before Christmas, I even kind of got into like another, I guess I was simply getting better at them, because then, you know, I look at them and I'm being self-critical, and like, then I started, okay, doing them, taping them, and then just kind of trying to forget about it for like an hour.
Yeah.
And then come back and watch them.
Yeah.
And then, you know, picking which one looked the best, instead of thinking like, oh, that one fucking sucked. I know that one sucked. And then looking at it and thinking, oh, that one sucks. Like, you might come back and be like, oh, it's actually, I liked it better than this one that I thought right away. But
Yeah.
so I like that because, yeah, you can kind of, I guess you have more time to try to get a good take.
Yeah.
But I do feel, you know, in person, I feel like if you do good, there is that vibe of like, oh, I just killed that.
Yeah. And there's also like more room for them to say yes, because if they come at you with a question, you can come at them with anything and surprise them if stand out with anything.
Yeah, you can, I guess, be yourself more, show your personality, and it's in person, so like you get a vibe from somebody. It's not just some fucking video.
Right.
But then again, you kind of get one shot. You usually do just get one shot.
Yeah.
So your take might not be as good, but yeah, you can you give them your vibe, and they see you for you instead of just this video. Yeah, I don't know. So I like both.
Yeah.
Obviously, we're probably going to be doing more self-tapes than in person. At this point, it seems like it was already going that way, and then now with COVID, you know, it's probably like, I don't know, 8 out of 10, 80% will probably be self-tapes, you think?
If not 90.
Yeah, exactly. But, no, I think I bombed one.
What was that one for?
It was for a Netflix show.
What'd you have to do?
It wasn't even that hard. That's what pisses me off. It was honestly it was a short script. I think I just got in my head, like we were talking about. I got nervous. And, what it was is we were supposed to, it was a Netflix show, and it's kind of like it's like a sitcom, and it's got high school kids, but then also young adults in it. Because one of the girls like lives with her uncle, who's I think in his late 20s or something, and I don't know. So it's kind of both. It's not exactly a kids show, but it's kind of maybe like a young adult show.
Okay.
But I was auditioning for this role to be one of the leading guy characters basically rival from the rival high school, like that same kid at that school, kind of the popular kid at a different school, and they both play football or whatever. And I think the audition was a moment where they actually kind of became friends, and they weren't gonna not like each other anymore. And so it was just kind of a dumb scene where we were supposed to, me and the reader were supposed to say the same things at the same time, and we could not get the timing down. So it was like I kept saying it, and I think I did it twice. I think I literally, in the audition, which I don't think you should do this, I was just like, God damn it. I was just like, I said something like, clearly realizing that didn't go super well. She was like, you want to do it again? And I was like, yeah, I think I could. But I think she said, do you think you can do it better than that? I was like, yeah, I definitely do. And I think we did it again, and it was the same. Like,
it was a self-tape or like a Zoom one?
No, this was in person. This was before we had any idea of fucking COVID coming. This might have been before you. I think you might have been out here at this point. Yeah, it was like early last. No, this would have been. I don't even know when the fuck it was, honestly, because I moved in June. It was definitely before anything of COVID, so it had to have been before December of 2019. But it was like an audition where it made you realize, like, oh, the reader matters too, because something like that, like, I have to sync up with that person from the moment walking in of, we have to vibe together, because that clearly affects my audition of, if it's good or not.
Yeah, the way you're gonna work.
Yeah, because we just didn't hit the lines that great together, and so it's like, okay, well then that's the whole point. That was the whole audition, was like 2 lines and then that. I don't know, it was just like, that was when I left feeling like, God damn.
Yeah, but I feel like you can't get caught up on those ones. If you bomb them, forget about it.
Yeah, move on. It is what it is. That's something you got to learn too.
Yeah,
because then you'll hear stories of people feeling like that, and then they get the role.
Yeah, for real.
So, just know and I've had auditions where I felt, damn, I did really good in that one, and I didn't get it. So,
yeah,
that's going to be most of the time, actually.
Yeah. The one for Nickelodeon, I thought for sure, I was like, okay, that was cool.
Yeah.
And another one will come along. And then I got a call, and I was like, yes.
How long did they notify you before your shooting day?
It was I did the self tape, and then like 2 or 3 days later I got a call.
It's pretty quick,
saying
right?
I booked it. And then they were like, well, we need you here in like 2 weeks. And I was in Minnesota. I had COVID, actually.
Really?
Yeah. And then I was like, or they were like, you got to be out here like in 2 weeks. And I just got COVID, so I was like, COVID lasts 2 weeks. Hold on. Yeah, let me quarantine real quick. Yeah. And then, so yeah, I like literally just came down here. I tested negative and then flew. Literally just the day.
The day of.
Yeah.
Damn. That would have been just unfortunate timing.
Yeah, it was literally like crazy timing.
Yeah. Dang, yeah, because I remember, I think I told you this, I had an audition for that same show, the Nickelodeon show, which was funny. We were getting a lot of same shit, bro.
Was it Stump or something?
I don't even remember. I kind of remember the scene that
What did you have to do?
They were talking about a restaurant, I think. Is there like a little restaurant?
Micro-brewery.
Yeah, something like that. I forget now at this point. Because I worked on that one I did that one a handful of times. It was something to do, I think, with food and like making something at this restaurant.
Milkshake or something?
Yeah, or eating somewhere. Something centered around food. But I just remember thinking, I think I remember seeing the audition, and then the taping was going to be within like a few days.
Yeah.
Oh, we're good. I must have heard something else. I thought I heard the beep, beep, beep. It means the camera's full of data, but it's good.
Well, I thought like nothing. I thought just a bomb or something went off out there, or just some crazy I don't know.
Tripping.
Yeah, Godzilla's in the city.
Just can you imagine?
Just right here.
This would be a perfect window actually for what is that commercial where it might be a Super Bowl commercial where Godzilla looks in the building.
This is I.
Yeah. It's like fuck.
I just freeze. Just.
Yeah. But yeah, man.
That'd be cool if we were on the same show. That'd be dope.
That'd be so sick. And that's what I do think about writing. You know, think of shows like Workaholics, which is 3 friends who got together and made this fucking show, and it was a hit. Like, how fun would that be?
Be dope. I feel like that's what like Adam Sandler does. His own production, his own movies.
Yeah, he's kind of got his crew.
He's got his crew. Like,
same with like Franco and Seth Rogen and those guys. Yeah,
they got their crew. So like, maybe that's it.
Well, we should start writing. So I mean, I've written some things down. They'll share you off the thing, so no one steals it. No one steals my ideas, but I think we could make some. But I don't know. So I mean, I guess you would never know until you made it, if it was good or not, huh?
Yeah. Until it gets published.
Yeah. You just see it on screen or how it's going. That'd be cool though to be. I would like, even in my career, on like in like the long run, be on the writing side. I guess I want to learn everything.
The whole thing to film.
Yeah, like you'll hear actors who are writers, actors, producers, maybe even directors, also all on the same fucking show. Like what's the dude from Ozarks? Jason. God damn it, what's his name? You know what I'm talking about, the dad in Ozarks?
No, I'm terrible with names, and I don't think I watch Ozarks.
You didn't watch Ozarks, bro?
Is that Netflix?
Yeah.
I'll watch it.
You need to watch it.
It's new, isn't it?
No. I mean,
like they got like a new season.
I mean, it's newer at this point. It's not, I guess, old, but it's not new either. I think the first season came out a couple of years ago, and the newest season came out maybe this last summer. It might have been the summer before that.
What was that?
It might have been this last summer, actually. So the newest season isn't too old. I think there's only one more season. I think they're ending it. So I think there's going to be 4. But it's pretty damn good. Did you ever watch like Breaking Bad?
No.
No. What the fuck do you watch?
Dude, that's like the thing. I don't really watch anything. Like if it's like on Netflix, like a movie, I'll turn it on, but I'm not watching it.
Yeah.
I'm just sitting there thinking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you gotta watch just to see what the fuck's going on. How are they doing that? At least that's what I do now. Acting, like,
yeah,
being in class and trying to do it obviously yourself, you get a real appreciation for anyone who's, you know, doing it well on actual TV or in an actual movie. You're like, oh,
yeah,
because okay, they're on a fucking set. Everyone's around them. There's a camera guy around them.
Yeah,
there's a bunch of people behind them. Damn.
This isn't one cut, or this isn't one.
Yeah.
It's like 2 seconds of them talking and then another 2 seconds of them.
Bro, that's something that I've learned too already. Is, I don't know if you've experienced this, is one of the shorts I did is, you know, really learning where the camera is, because obviously you want to know when it's on you, but feeling like, okay, my best take, the camera wasn't even, you know, on me exactly. It was on the other person in the scene. And then be like, fuck, I think the one that it was on me, I didn't do as good.
Yeah.
Like, damn, you just don't want that to happen.
Yeah. Yeah, you always got to be playing the camera.
Yeah, and saving, saving maybe your emotional energy for when you know. I guess what I'm thinking in my head is a specific scene where it was me and my brother in the movie, and we were having a conversation, and I think we kind of got in each other's faces, but so one angle is, you know, a close-up of me and one is of his, and I think I remember on his close-up, which we did first, I was almost, again, I don't know what it looks like, but I felt like I was more emotional in the scene than on my own close-ups. So I was afterward just like, fuck.
Yeah.
That's a lesson learned.
For real.
Be conscious of, I guess, what the plan is.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's hard. It's. I feel like every day is just gonna be a learning lesson. That's what I like about acting. You're always learning. You're always growing.
Mm-hmm.
And like, no matter how, like, credited someone is, like Leonardo DiCaprio, Brad Pitt,
Mm-hmm.
like, yeah, they're good actors, but who's to say they're the best?
Mm-hmm.
Nobody. You can't really say there's a best actor or
Mm-hmm.
actress or entertainment person. It's all opinion.
It's subjective.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's based on how much you want to grow.
Mm-hmm.
There's no ending.
Yeah, it is hard anytime I think of actors I like, or it's like, oh shit, well, what about this guy?
Yeah.
Oh shit, well, what about that guy? He's fucking great too. Or that girl. Oh shit.
Yeah. Like for me, Matthew McConaughey, like one of the top dogs.
You like him?
But like,
I enjoy his movies for sure.
yeah. Then someone comes at me like with who is that? Dave just told me. He's in everything. Don't know his name, but I know his face.
Who was he in?
What did I just see the other day? Blanked.
Is it a movie or?
It's a movie on Netflix.
Do you know what it's called?
No, I have to look. But like, I'm just like, people will bring up other people, and then I realize, oh yeah, they are good too, for different reasons.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly. Growing up, Leo was always probably my favorite actor, just because I don't know. I just thought all of his movies were.
Yeah.
I liked them, and they're always big movies, at least as much as I can remember. But the last year or so, I've really thought Christian Bale is a fucking powerhouse.
Yeah.
And Tom Hardy.
Yeah. Tom Hardy, he's good.
So good, right? And it's just like.
See, like that, like.
But he never gets mentioned, for the best
Yeah.
actor. But then once you actually think about all the roles they've done, it's like, holy shit. They've been in a lot, and they're pretty diverse. Yeah. Like, Christian Bale's been a fucking superhero.
Yeah.
A goddamn Wall Street psychopath. He's been huge. Not huge, I should say, but he's been a heavier set guy with help of, I think, prosthetics, but he gained weight for when he was in, like, Vice as vice president. I forget the name of the vice president, but you know what I'm talking about. He's been fucking in Ford versus Ferrari as, like, a British mechanic.
Yeah.
I know he is British, but naturally, but that's even more impressive. You would never know that. I didn't know that for a long time because he's really good at his American accent.
Yeah.
And there's another movie he did where I think he had cancer in the film or something, and he, like, got deathly skinny. Like, I don't know. He's like, and that's just off the top of my head. Like, I'm sure there's way more than I'm even aware of. It's just like, holy fuck, man.
Yeah.
You know.
I was thinking of Harrison Ford.
Harrison Ford, yeah.
Yeah, like even like just good.
Yeah, Indiana Jones.
Yeah, Star Wars.
Mm-hmm. And then there's even a lot of other actors who, again, you know their face and they're in a ton of things, but for whatever reason, maybe their name just isn't as recognizable.
Right.
Like, you know, they're still highly, highly, highly successful. Very, very, very good.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of opportunities. It's the thing. There's so many opportunities.
It's endless.
Endless opportunities. A shit ton of people trying to pursue them. But I really do feel in the long run, if you're actually dedicated to it, you know, you should make a good amount of progress.
Yeah.
And you actually are a hard worker and have work ethic and aren't just, you know, kind of, I guess, half-assing it and slacking through the process.
It's crazy. Like, you don't need a degree for this. You don't need prior experience.
Mm-hmm.
If you're right for it, you're right for it.
Yeah. And we got to remember that too, because obviously there's people our age who are highly successful already. It's like, well,
yeah,
got to remember they most likely look into them. They probably grew up doing this, went to maybe performing arts school or whatever, but were doing it their whole childhood. And, you know, I didn't start doing the acting at all until I was, I don't know, 20, 21 or something.
That's what people tell me. They're like, "Oh, you're so young. I wish I would have started that at that age."
Mm-hmm.
And like, that's what I do. Like, try not to take for granted, but I do take for granted sometimes. I'm pretty young.
Yeah, and I get the same thing too. And you're a few years younger than me. Like, just think, you know, what, 2, 3, 4, 5 years out here.
Yeah.
Like, that's a long time to be out here. And if you're actually working, like you are, going to class consistently, like, you're going to improve a ton.
I've already seen so much improvement.
Mm-hmm. And I think improvement too for us, since, you know, just moving out here in the last year or so, and it is just getting confidence to do it and dive into it and learn. You know what I mean? Like, it's maybe weird and feels different at first of like, am I even really doing this? Should I be doing this? Then you're like, okay, I am doing this. Okay. Then I'm in it. Now you're in class consistently. So then you have the confidence of like, yes, I am a aspiring actor. Now I'm actually training and now I'm actually getting better.
Yeah.
You know, this is kind of like steps.
It is.
Like in your own head.
One day at a time.
Yeah, exactly. All right, man. Last thing here, man, and then we'll end. What are you looking forward to the most in terms of acting, or, yeah, I guess acting, you know, next for you? Like, what is your next kind of want with acting?
I kind of always think like the next thing I kind of want it to be so for me, I don't know the end goal for acting. I know it's definitely the end goal, but I don't know like the specific end goal. But I think the next step for acting, I want it to help me realize what the possible end goal could be. So like, I just want to see growth. So anything that can show me that I'm improving and I'm seeing myself on the screen improving, growing as an actor, and just seeing like, I guess, more of me on the screen and influencing. Mm-hmm. I'm not really trying to influence like the whole world or anything, but I just want to influence whoever looks up to me, and just by just doing what I do.
And are you saying more of you on the screen as in, you know, not obviously, maybe you are saying this, but not like physically, just more of you and more things, but you're saying like more presence kind of?
Yeah.
More of, you know, your maybe whole skill set, potential self in a role.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, man, that's fucking dope. I think that's a great next, like, kind of next step or next small goal. Basically just trying to get better and seeing more of your full potential come through.
Yeah.
That's kind of what I'm feeling like you're saying.
That's it.
Yeah.
I just want to see my full potential grow. And I don't ever want to get to my fullest potential.
Well, I mean, it's kind of technically endless.
Yeah, that's what I think.
Yeah.
It's endless.
Because you can always get better and every role is going to be different. So whatever, you know, that role, that person is like that you're portraying, you know, their life's going to be different.
Yeah.
So the whole thing of what makes up a person is going to be different every time, unless you're obviously doing a recurring role, but, you know, so you can get better at what this one does and then what that person does. And that's what's exciting, bro.
Yeah, no,
it is.
So
I get what you're saying right now. Yeah, it is endless.
It's endless.
And it's like, it's just, you know.
And you can challenge yourself with everything. Like even one thing that you think you did perfectly,
mm-hmm.
you can always improve on that.
Mm-hmm. Or just do something completely different. So it's completely new to you again.
And make that, flip that totally opposite and make that successful.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's endless. I love it. I love it.
I do as well, man.
Yeah.
All right, man. Thank you for coming on and
Thank you
sharing
for having me.
and everything you shared. And I'm glad you got to see the place.
Yeah, it's sick.
It's been way too long.
Yeah, no. I'll definitely be back soon.
Yeah, you'll be back.
Yeah.
We'll have you on again. I don't know. Maybe when you're about to give me some lowdown on a breakthrough role you're about to pop off.
Well, all right.
I just see anytime, man.
Oh yeah. Anytime.
You know you can come down anytime.
Yeah.
All right, bro.
For sure.
Thanks for coming.
Yes, sir.
Thanks for sharing.
Thank you.
Have a great day.
Yeah, you too.
See everybody.
Bye, guys.
Check the mic and make sure it sound right, boys.
Have a good day, guys. Like that. Bye, guys. Have a good day.